How's it going, everyone? Tim here from FlipSpark. So have you ever noticed your Korg Volcas going out of tune or out of key? This is something I used to experience when I first got my Korg Volcas, and it was pretty confusing at the time until I did a little bit of research. I initially thought, well, maybe I'm playing the wrong notes in the scale, maybe my melodies are crap, maybe I'm playing the wrong keys on the keyboard, or maybe the settings are wrong, maybe I've knocked the pitch knob on the Volca new bass and it's been thrown out of tune. I'd turn them off, turn them back on again, they'd be in tune for a little while, then they go out of tune again. Really confusing and very frustrating at the time. So if you're anything like me, when you buy a new kit for the studio, you're all excited, you come home, you unbox it, you set it up and you start playing and you throw aside that manual. And there's the mistake, because in that manual for the Korg Volcas is a little tip on how to deal with the Korg Volca tunings. So I'm going to save you the hassle of reading the manual and explain to you now why the Volcas go out of tune and how you can fix it. Alright, so to demonstrate this, I've got a couple of melodies here in my KeyStep Pro being sent to the Volca new bass and the Volca keys. Just some basic melodies written in the key of A, just a couple of A notes in different octaves, so we can hear when they're in and out of tune, and a kick drum as well. Let's give that a listen. It's the Volca keys. Just a basic melody. Now, over here the Volca new bass is powered off, and the Volca keys has been left on overnight. So it's nice and warm, and had plenty of opportunity to tune itself maybe hundreds or even thousands of times. And it does this every 10 or 15 seconds it's been left alone, without any master clock coming in or any MIDI. It will tune itself based on how warm it is. Now over here the Volca new bass will also tune itself when it boots up, they all do, as this last stage of its boot up process. It will tune itself and you can hear it, this high pitched whine or this squeal coming through the master out as it's tuning itself. So that means initially it's going to be in key with the Volca keys, it's going to sound in tune. But slowly but surely, as it warms up over 5 or 10 minutes, it's going to drift out of tune by about half a semitone. It's going to go up by about half a semitone, and the whole thing's going to sound out of tune, out of whack. So we can hear that if I crank the volume of the new bass in the master Volca volume. Let's give a listen to this boot up phase and try and listen out for that tuning stage. There it is. Alright, cool. So I'll turn this down. That back down again as well. Now let's play it and see if they are in tune. Alright. I'll just turn that down, but I'll leave it playing. So as you can hear, both the Volca new bass and the Volca keys are nicely in tune. They're in key with each other, and then both the melodies sound fine. But as I said, as the Volca new bass now starts to warm up over 5 or 10 minutes, it's going to drift out of tune and it's going to be very noticeable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this playing for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to come back and we're going to compare what it sounds then versus what it sounds now. Alright, so as you can hear, that Volca new bass is now way out of tune with the Volca keys and it sounds a bit off. So all I need to do now to fix this is to just stop the music and let the Volca new bass do its own thing and retune itself. So let's do that. Stop. And we're going to wait about 10 or 15 seconds. In fact, let's turn the volume up and wait for it to retune itself so we can hear it. There it is. Alright, cool. Let's give that a listen. Alright. Back in tune and we're good to go. Alright, so there's 2 lessons to be learned here. The first is, if you're suspicious your Korg Volca is going out of tune or out of key, all you got to do is just stop the music, stop the master clock, don't send it any more MIDI, don't turn it off, leave it on, and just let it sit there for about 10 or 15 seconds and it will tune itself. It will sort itself out. It's that easy. The second lesson is, if you buy more kit for your studio, don't be a dick like me, don't throw the manual out, read the manual, or at least give it a skim read, because there's going to be tips in there that you're going to want to know. So if you've been having this issue with your Korg Volcas, I hope this has helped you. Remember, if you're enjoying the channel, you're enjoying these Volca videos and these Volca jams I'm putting up, please consider subscribing. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.